Well, it's calm before the storm, and as you can see, Thompson Tank Engine is pulling, well, just a fish train, of course. And we've also got Trackmaster Luke doing his rounds on the dog bone layout. If I can see him properly though. Yep, there he is. Hopefully he hasn't got himself derailed though. He's actually running quite reliably now, even though he's a little slower than the other engines because he's got his current battery on compared to Thomas. And look at that! I've also got the blue and white high-speed train running in action again. And just before I do the tour today, yes, it's quite amazing. The train you can see there is actually the same one that actually played up a lot today. As I'm getting cream just to heal my legs or some sort because, well, no, that's not going to be good though, but nevertheless, I've just fixed this blue and white high-speed train up and running again, properly as it should go, because if you remember in previous videos, it was actually playing up though. I have to say, I definitely say I must have tweaked the wires a bit there, and nevertheless, it actually runs on how it should, as fast as it goes. Whoa! That is chronically amazing. I just can't believe a train that fast. It's quite spectacular watching this. Changing up, I suppose. I suppose watching things like this, it's quite amazing, eh? I don't know if we might have a big thunderstorm today though, because, well, BBC Weather has forecast that there'll be some thunderstorm of some sort in my area, but definitely in the first hour, in the afternoon, which is of course 1 PM, there isn't any thunder activity. So I might be totally wrong because in my area in Northfield it's 55%, and 2 o'clock it's 59%, maybe 70%, although it's light rain at 3 o'clock. And if I show you what BBC Weather has actually forecasted, like that, you can see that the percentage of precipitation is quite high though. Oh, pardon me, eh? Well, obviously there's a plentiful chance of precipitation now, and humidity is, it's actually increasing as we head for some thundery weather, but it's going to decrease once the day sort of kind of cools, I suppose, eh? That's interesting. Looks like the humidity has been quite amazing. It's increasing the humidity, as you can see when the thunderstorms occur and whatnot at the beginning, and there it is. As you can see, there's a 37% chance of me getting thundery weather. Actually, that's the wrong area, I suppose. That's actually wrong. I should have typed in Northfield. YB312FH in the English channel and not in my area there. That's strange. Let me just type in Northfield. Let's just type in the word Northfield. No, I don't think there's no Northfield in the West Midlands in that forecast though, apart from the fact that BBC Weather has. It is in the West Midlands, as you can tell. But anyways, let's just hope we can get a nice thunderstorm from that. But this isn't a thunderstorm video. I'm going to be doing a tour review, and it's going to be very similar to what we had last year. Remember back in June of 2020 we had a couple of thunderstorms. I suppose it was one of these moments, wasn't it? Oh yes. And another thing, when we had those thunderstorms back in June, before that, I actually did a toy review, a calm before the storm themed toy review. I've got 4 flip-flop toys to take a look at in the video though. All of these are British Wildlife Collection toys, and I think the first one I'm going to take a look at is this one here. It's a flip-flop Origami Flapping Birds Common Northern Raven Urban Scavenging Flock Pack, £13.50. And there's the back of the packaging, and I'm actually not vlogging today though. Oh, obviously, because I'm looking forward to a thunderstorm for today. If we don't get a thunderstorm, that's okay though, obviously. Yeah, that's interesting reading. Oh, bless me. Oh god! Crikey, that's definitely, it must be the dust or the pollen or something in my house though. That's why I've just sneezed quite heavily, eh? Got 6 flapping birds, and what we get in the set, we've got 2 big fake potato chips that look like Pringles to me. 2 fake ham pieces, and a couple of fake bread slices. So it looks like we're making a ham sandwich. Oh yes, I remember the one moment in Ninjago when someone said, "Can you create a giant ham sandwich? A giant ham sandwich? I would hope not! I'm so hungry!" But anyways, there's this warning here. It says, "Caution, this product can addict kids into junk food." I suppose the kids might be quite interested into these sort of, these sort of toys. Like that. I believe these ravens are pretty much designed after the ones that are in captivity in the Tower of London. Okay, so we've got like a slice of bread for your sandwich. Mind you, I don't know why they're often folded like that. Okay, which really is quite strange to me, eh? And what you're supposed to do is that you can put your ham slices here as well. My goodness me, this is actually quite nice, eh? And then you put it on top, and then feed them to the burbs. Did I say birds or I say burbs? B-I-R-B-S? That's weird, eh? And then we've also got some crisps. That's weird. I suppose they're fake crisps, eh? Paper crisps, obviously, because they're made of, well, paper, obviously. They look like Pringles to me. You know Pringles? They're like the sort of potato chips that you stack together. Or the ones that you see on cans and stuff. I believe they're the ones, I think. And then we've got some ravens as well. They're actually a bit different to carrion crows because their necks are a bit more longer, as you can see. And actually a lot more small-headed compared to the carrion crows though. But there's something quite peculiar, and they've actually got a nice looking expression on the face. Having a bit much more of a diabolical tone into it though. More of a sinister looking face. Wow, that's a very sly looking face as well. I love the eye detailing as well though. Which makes it... Oh, sorry about the pollen though. But anyways, looks quite nice on these ravens. They are nicely blackish in colour. Well, lightish black in colour though. It's supposed to be more like jet black. Well, if you would normally see common ravens in reality though. And their full name is... Oh, that's strange. This one doesn't have a name. They're called common northern ravens though because... Well, it is a good thing I suppose, eh? Sometimes these guys are known as northern ravens though, if you want to have lived in the US. I suppose. There you go. And this one here. There you go. I believe the ones that you see at, at the Tower of London, they're actually quite intelligent though, like all crows. They're basically chimps of the air. Obviously, because their brains are as, intelligent as what apes and all the other critters which are intelligent. I would also say elephants are intelligent. For the fact that they can do various tricks. And they can also identify which is which. Quite clever crows. And ravens though. Nevermore! Nevermore! Anyone see that Nevermore video though? Pretty freaky, but also quite hilarious at the same time though. I have to say it's actually quite a pretty funny video featuring that talking raven though, Nevermore. Quite an amazing sort of video to watch though. But yes, I have to say it's actually quite nice though. I realised common ravens are actually starting to become a lot more common as I would not actually thought of. Well, pretty amazing these guys. And the artwork actually has got much more of a ruffled feather sort of pace, giving them a lot much more of a raven-like appearance rather than crows though, because if I show you what they actually look like, there you go. Oh my god, that one looks quite hungry though. It's quite weird having a tongue sticking out like a dog there. That's weird, eh? And then I definitely say that looks like a juvenile, that one. Strange, I can see the ruffled feathers on the face and the neck as well. It actually looks quite almost semi-realistic looking. It actually reminds me of Corviknight from Pokemon Sword and Shield though, if you remember that game, which was pretty good, but the National Dex was panned by critics because it was gone and removed. Game Freak. Cursed Game Freak. Anyways, let's move on to another flip-flop product. It's this one here, flip-flop Origami, Flapping with British Wildlife Collection. Osprey Trout Fishing versus Thieving Peregrine Falcon 5-pack. Oh yes! £5.99 or £6. Look at that, we're starting to see a return of the Peregrine Falcon there. Looks like haven't had this bird for quite a while there. And then we've also got the Osprey as well. And we've also got some Trout, which is quite interesting, I suppose. First we're going to have big Trout, I suppose. We've got 3 of these. It's quite weird though. Looks like it's missing the purple detailing, as I would normally expect, you know, Trout to have this sort of iridescent or iridescent sort of colouring of purple into it though. Crockies, I would definitely say there might be an, you know, with that, you know, with that blue and white sky outside, I'd definitely say I might get some thunderstorm activity, because I can definitely see the instability being produced from that hot sun though, even though it's not, you know, hot anymore though, when we're actually now focusing on some torrential thundery weather though. And we're going to take a look at the birds of prey, which is quite nice. First off, we're going to take a look at the Osprey first. Reminds me of a buzzard, but the tail looks quite different though. I haven't seen any actual Ospreys at the moment though. You might probably see them at Rutland Water, which is not that far away from Leicestershire or Lincolnshire. I can't really tell. And then what you can do is that you can actually attach the Trout into the Osprey. You can actually put them like that, because that's what Ospreys tend to do. I think they often hook on the top, right? Look at that. It's sort of grapple the fish together there with its claws. There you go. It actually makes it pretty, kind of sort of semi-realistic looking, I suppose. Maybe a lot more appropriate if I hold it like this. Maybe I can get a better vision of what I'm looking at there. Or maybe I could try and do that, but instead just pull the tail. Let's have a bit of a go, eh? Yes, I see. That actually makes sense now. You know, I suppose that really does make a whole bunch of sense now. You know what, I'd definitely say that is actually one of nature's greatest moments. And let's take a look at the Peregrine Falcon next. Obviously that's a very strangely designed Peregrine Falcon. Could be very weird in a sense that it could be a male in terms of its redesign change though. Maybe the fact that Peregrine Falcons are designed like that might be based on the much more lighter versions. I suppose they can be as light as like 300 grams, maybe 330 grams, to like as heavy as just a kilogram. Maybe it depends on which gender of some sort. I believe the males might be lighter than the females though. There you go, there's the name here. And as we all know, Peregrine Falcons are the world's fastest bird. They can travel up to 330 kilometres per hour though, when diving I suppose. Maybe over 200 kilometres per hour. That's actually very fast for a bird, eh? I was actually focusing on fast, speedy stuff, like I did with that CU wing spaceship. And the reason why I made a Peregrine Falcon is because, well, they're not known as thieves, but there was a very weird program in an American nature documentary about Yellowstone, and it was showing some sort of weird clip featuring an osprey being chased by a Peregrine Falcon, attempting to steal the prey that he's caught. Is a brown trout, as you can tell, so photo, trying to steal a prey of brown trout. And yes, I have to say that there was that one cool moment that the osprey made a very cool technique, and the osprey actually ditched the brown trout into the water where the peregrine can't follow, and that's actually quite clever. So anyways, let's move on to another set though, and we're going to take a look at this. It's the Lesser Blackbacked Gull Mid to Late Summer Mixed Family Feeding and Fishing Frenzy 12-pack. And what's quite strange is that look at the seagulls, they're getting ready to be redesigned, not looking like Wingull from Pokemon now. £13.99, it's a flip-up Origami Flapping Birds British Wild collection toy, as we all know and love, eh? Strange that the Flapping Birds logo is almost a bit, well, invisible though. It doesn't look like it's visible to the text and stuff like that, eh? It's quite strange. And there's the back of the packaging. We get like 3 fish based on brown trout once again, and we also got some eels, conger eels. I must have seen those at the supermarket at what's that Chinese shop in Birmingham? Wingip, that's the one, eh? Let's go ahead and unpack this. Strangely enough, this is definitely quite interesting. Going back to do toy reviews on a Wednesday, and I'm actually just so proud of this new change, as we are currently in the summer holidays now. Okay, I believe that's a conger eel. Okay, as you can see, with their long, attenuated body there. Quite amazing, I suppose. They look like moray eels. They actually do remind me of moray eels. Conger eels being like that, I suppose. Yeah, they're like counterparts of moray eels. But I believe moray eels are more found in warmer ocean temperatures, I suppose. And we've got some trout, mini versions of the trout that we've looked at before, eh? But they haven't got the iridescent colouring of purple, which is quite strange, just like what I did with the other set. The Osprey Trout Fishing versus Thieving Peregrine Falcon 5-pack. And I have to say that the weather has actually gone into a much more cooler nature. Into a much more cooler temperament, I suppose. Which is actually quite nice because I've got my t-shirt and shorts on. And hopefully I won't show my nipples today though, because, well, I'm not vlogging, I suppose. Okay, we've got a lesser blackback gull, which is of course the adder one. Already seen these a lot though. And then we also see some juvenile ones as well, which is actually quite amazing, I suppose. I suppose that's a very nice treat to look at though, having some adults and also some juveniles as well. I don't think we had too many of those juvenile lesser blackback gull flapping bird models for quite a while, but it's nice. It's absolutely nice. It's actually quite nice, I suppose, whenever I have models like this. Wow. I love how pretty much deep, and also, you know, oh, goodness, I don't know what I was actually saying, Oh my goodness me, whenever I do videos like this, that can be quite a bit of a very difficult sort of talk today. But nevertheless, I love the languid flying style with the deep lazing wing beats, like all big birds should be. And also very obvious for the fact that actually very good gliders though, even when it's windy. I suppose even when there's not much wind. Sometimes in the hot though you can see that their wings are powered by heat though, I suppose. Maybe I might be totally wrong, maybe that's their thermal gliding activity when there's hot weather at present though. But nevertheless they actually glide very well during windy weather as well, because of the fact, well, they actually kind of look like albatrosses when they glide in the sky though, but I think that's it. But anyways, I think we've actually got one more product. I've actually got a total of 4 Flip Flop Origami Flapping Birds toys, and it's this! Flip Flop Origami Flapping Birds British Wild of Clutching Flocking Male, hopefully I don't say the F word there, Flocking, F-L-O-C-K-I-N-G, male mallards, in Eclipse Plumage versus Small Fry Carp 12-pack, and it's quite amazing. I haven't got one of those, this style of carp, you know, common carp, baby common carp. They look like small fries. I think they gather in hundreds, I suppose. They school together in their hundreds though, I suppose, after hatching from their eggs, I suppose. If actually knows, ducks tend to eat the eggs of carp, if you didn't actually realise that one, Fish eggs, obviously. Let's take a look at the back of the packaging, And this actually reminds me of what I did back in August of 2020. Remember I did that video where I showed you the 5-pack of, you know, the Eclipse Plumage male mallards? That was something quite amazing, And strangely enough, yesterday, when I was making this toy product, I actually saw 5 mallards about to take a good land at my local park, being Manor Farm Park. Okay, let me take a look at the fish first. I know I haven't done one of these moments where I actually put the fish on their beaks, I suppose. Actually look more, it looks like a very weird transitional sort of detailing, I suppose, where they go from, you know, from small fry babies into adults. They look like juveniles to me, I suppose. Maybe they're sub-adults. I can't really tell which is which. But I know the other ones, they've got like grey on the front, and they've got like green and yellow mixed together. These ones there have actually got brown, whereas the other ones have black. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let's take a look at the Eclipse Plumage mallards, because, well, I'm actually quite curious about them though. What's quite nice is that they've actually got the same brown as those lesser blackback and herring gulls I've just used, Lovely beak detailing, I suppose. There you go. male Eclipse Plumage Mallard. They've got the blue speculums on the back, like that, on this half. I suppose that looks quite amazing, eh? And this is actually pretty, or should I say totally and utterly realistic though. I believe after flying, I would actually say Eclipse Plumage Mallards, particularly the males, they would actually start to become a lot more flightless. You know, at the end of the breeding season, which is normally about, you know, sometime around, well, maybe at around the later part of July, August, I suppose, and September. And then I believe by October they would actually gain their green bottle heads, because mallards would start to pair up together though for the next breeding season in spring, I suppose. I suppose that's how I can actually remember, I suppose, and yes, that's actually pretty true. I don't know if mallards would often breed in winter. Normally they would breed in spring and summer. If you know what I mean, eh? But nevertheless, these guys are pretty much spectacular to look at, eh? Superficially awesome. Well, obviously. I think that's about it in this video, eh? I got a funny feeling that, as I said earlier in this video before, I wasn't going to be making this video today though, because I was expecting a big thunderstorm, but sadly in the first hour being 1 o'clock, there wasn't any thunderstorm activity though. Actually looking at it right now, at the moment though, I can't see any lightning, I don't hear any thunder, and also the clouds aren't that dark enough to get a bit of moisture, a lot of precipitation being packed up inside, thanks to the sun's weakness. Well, maybe the sunshine will be stronger as I'm making this video, if we do get a rumble of thunder or a flash of lightning, or if I do see the darker tone or the darker hue of those clouds, and if that cloud is a cumulonimbus, well, we're ready for a thunderstorm, but we're not yet ready at the moment. Yeah. But anyways, if y'all enjoyed this video, please give this video a like, subscribe for more flip-flap content on my YouTube channel. Strangely enough, I feel like I'm a Southern redneck, if you ask me. But anyways, I'm trying to be very careful on saying the word redneck. Oh my goodness me. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and goodbye for now, y'all. Bye.